Hello friends, good evening. Hi, this is Alok Ojha. Welcome to StudyIQ IAS English. Today we are going to start with another important chapter of complete ancient Indian history series, that is Sangam Age. Today's session won't be much lengthier, so please stick to the video till the end. It is a very important session because we are going to discuss beautiful stories of the Sangam literature today. We are going to discuss about the various Sangam epics like Silappadikaram, Kundalakeshi, Manimekalai, and so on. So today's session is important plus interesting along with beautiful stories. Okay guys, like many of you have a doubt like where to get the PDF of the session. You can download the PDF from the Telegram channel, that is history_Alok Ojha. I repeat, you can download the PDF from the Telegram channel history_Alok Ojha. Okay? So without wasting any more time, let's begin with the Sangam age. Sangam. The word Sangam basically means an association. And it is believed that Sangam age roughly began around 3rd or 2nd century BCE. So Sangam, the word basically, it is a Sangam that we have discussed, which means an association. Association of wandering monks and bards, particularly in the southern part of India. And at that time, there were 3 major Sangams that were held. All the 3 Sangams were being patronized by Pandyan dynasty rulers. The 3 major dynasties which ruled the southern part of India were the Cholas, Cheras and the Pandyas. And all the 3 Sangams held at different places were patronized by the Pandyan dynasty rulers. So let's begin with the first Sangam. The first Sangam was held at Madurai and it was being presided or chaired by Agastya Rishi, one of the most important sages of that time. It is believed that this Sangam was attended by legendary gods and sages, and there is no literary work associated with this Sangam. Second Sangam, it's a very important Sangam, and the reason behind that is in second Sangam we find a literature in the form of Tolkappiyam. So second Sangam, it was held at a place called as Kapadapuram, which is located in Tamil Nadu. And initial part was being chaired by Agastya Rishi and the later part was being chaired by Tolkappiyam, who wrote a very wonderful book called as Tolkappiyam. And what's Tolkappiyam? Tolkappiyam, it's a book on Tamil grammar. Like as we have seen in the Vedic age, Ashtadhyayi, it was a book on Sanskrit grammar and was composed by Panini. Similarly, Tolkappiyam, it's a book on Tamil grammar and it was written down during the second Sangam. Third Sangam. Third Sangam was held at Madurai. And as we have discussed, all the 3 Sangams were being patronized by Sangam dynasty, particularly Pandyan dynasty rulers. Okay, majority of the literature dating back to Sangam age was written down during the third Sangam. And the third Sangam was being chaired or presided by Nakirar. It is Nakirar. Okay. Now, like as we have discussed in the very start of the session today, that all the 3 major kingdoms, that is Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas, have been mentioned in majority of the Sangam literature. So let's focus on this major Sangam literature. Now Sangam literature majorly focuses around 2 important topics, Agam and Puram. Agam basically means inner and Puram basically means outer. The Agam deals with private life, whereas Puram deals with public life. I'll give you one of the simple examples of Puram. One fine example is, like there is a Chola king whose name is Karikal. And Karikal basically means a charred leg, a person with charred leg. Karikal, it is believed that he has constructed a dam called as Kalanai across the river Kaveri for the betterment or for the works of the agriculturist. So this includes the public life. So it finds mention in the Puram part. And now, based on different themes, there are different literature that have been penned down. And the themes are majorly divided into 5 parts. The first part deals with the mountainous theme. then coastal theme, agricultural theme, desert theme, and so on. And these themes are referred as Thinai. The mountainous theme, I repeat, the themes basically, the Tamil word for it is Thinai. And the 5 major themes are Kurunji, which depict the mountainous theme. And the god of the Kurunji or the mountains was Lord Murugan, also referred as Lord Kartikeya in the northern part of India, also referred as Lord of 6 abodes. Like recently you might have heard, there was a festival referred as Thai Pusam. Correct? It's just a part of current affairs that I'm telling you. Recently, the festival of Thai Pusam was celebrated in certain parts of Tamil Nadu. And the festival of Thai Pusam is dedicated to the Murugan deity. Correct? Now, like you might have heard about people piercing their ears, you might have heard about people piercing their nose, but in this festival of Thai Pusam, people also pierce their cheeks. They pierce their tongue. And it's a part of the practice of Thai Pusam festival celebrated in Tamil Nadu. So why this festival is celebrated particularly? It is believed that Lord Kartikeya, he was given a divine spear called as veil by his mother, goddess Parvati. Lord Kartikeya, he was son of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. And goddess Parvati had given a divine spear referred as veil to Lord Kartikeya to kill a demon at that time whose name was Surpadam. And this finds mention in Skanda Mahapuran. And since then, it is believed that people of southern India, particularly around the region of Tamil Nadu, celebrate the Thai Pusam festival dedicated to Lord Kartikeya. It was recently celebrated. Correct? Now, I'll give you one more question, guys. Please do let me know. The festival of Thimti is celebrated. I repeat, the festival of Thimti is celebrated in which part of India? As a part of general knowledge or current affairs. Okay. So, the first theme is Kurunji, that is mountainous theme. Second theme is Mullai, that is forest theme. And the lord associated with the forest theme was Mayon. Mayon is referred as Lord Vishnu or Krishna. As we have studied earlier, Brahma is referred as the creator. Vishnu is referred as a preserver and protector of the universe. Whereas Lord Rudra or Shiva is referred as the destroyer. So forest theme is associated with Lord Mayon. Marutham, agricultural theme. Even today in the 21st century, our agriculture is heavily dependent upon rainfall. And as we have seen previously in the Vedic civilization, Indra, also referred as a warlord, also referred as a god of rain, is the deity associated with Marutham, that is agricultural theme. Niyathal, coastal theme, and the god is Varun. Varun basically means water. And finally comes Palai. Palai means desert theme, and the god here is Koravai. I repeat, god here is Koravai. So Sangam literature majorly rotates around 5 important themes. I'm telling you the crux. It rotates around 5 important themes. Mountainous themes, also referred as Kurunji. Forest, referred as Mullai. Desert, referred as Palai. Niyathal, referred as coastal theme. And Marutham, referred as agricultural theme. And there are various deities associated with these themes. One of the prime deities in southern part of India is Lord Murugan or Lord Kartikeya, oftenly referred as god of 6 abodes. Okay. Tirukkural. Tirukkural, it was written by one of the sages at that time whose name was Tiruvallavoor. And basically, if we speak about Tirukkural, it is traditionally compared with different Vedas, and it also emphasizes, apart from being the part of major literature, it also emphasizes on diverse topics in 133 chapters. There are 133 chapters which include 1330 couplets. And diverse topics have been covered here. Like it speaks about vegetarianism, it speaks about the domestic life at that time, it speaks about the concept of non-violence. To an extent, I'll give a small example. We have spoken about Kautilya's Arthashastra previously. Kautilya's Arthashastra, it is divided into 15 parts or 15 adhikarnas. It is divided into 380 karikas. It is composed of 6,000 shlokas. It is composed of 150 chapters covering 180 diverse topics. Similarly, Tirukkural, written by Tiruvallavoor, it has concepts from different Vedas, concepts from Aranyakas, concepts from Upanishads. Correct? So it is one of the most important literature at that time, which was written by Tiruvallavoor. Got it? Moving ahead, Tolkappiyam, just now we discussed. There were 3 major Sangams. The first Sangam was held at Madurai, second at Kapadapuram, third one again at Madurai. In second Sangam, or the output of the second Sangam, was Tolkappiyam, and it was written by Tolkappiyar, who is one of the disciples of Agastya Rishi. Okay? It is believed that Tolkappiyam, it's a book on Tamil grammar, and it is also referred as Laghu Ved. Please remember this terminology, Laghu Ved. Probability of asking a question in the UPSC prelims examination, which among the following Sangam literature is also referred as Laghu Ved. So it is Tolkappiyam. Points are clear? Moving ahead. Silappadikaram. Now let's speak about 3 important Sangam epics. And the first Sangam epic that we are going to discuss is Silappadikaram, or the Jeweled Anklet story. A very beautiful story. And Sangam epics are also full of beautiful stories like Silappadikaram. So what's the story about Silappadikaram? Let's understand. The story majorly rotates around 3 important characters. And these characters are Kovlan, Kannaki and Madhavi. Now, Kovlan and Kannaki are a newly married couple, and they are living a very blissful life. After some time, Kovlan falls in love with Madhavi, and Madhavi, she is a court dancer. Apart from being married, he falls in love with Madhavi, although he has a chaste wife in the form of Kannaki Devi. Now, it is believed that after some time, there's a festival dedicated to Indra. And in that festival, there's a competition where one sings, or there's a singing competition. So Kovlan sings a song which Madhavi feels that this song is dedicated to her. On the other hand, Madhavi sings a song where Kovlan feels that this song is dedicated to him. And the crux of the song was betrayal. Finally, Kovlan realizes his mistake, and it is believed that he leaves Madhavi and comes back to his chaste wife Kannaki. Kannaki, or Kannaki Devi, or Kannaki Amman. As she's a chaste wife, she forgives her husband, and now basically they move on to a new city. When they move on to or migrate to a new city, at this time Kovlan was completely penniless. He did not have any money. He did not have a home to live. So what happened? It is believed that Kannaki, his wife, gave him an anklet and said, sell this anklet to a goldsmith, and whatever money you'll get after selling, you can start your own small business. He did the same. He goes to the goldsmith, and goldsmith accuses Kovlan of stealing the queen's anklet. Immediately the goldsmith takes Kovlan to the king's court, and at that time the ruler was Nendu Chelian. Without any scrutiny, without any investigation, immediately Kovlan was beheaded. And when Kovlan was beheaded, like in the evening, Kannaki goes on for searching his husband. Finally, she reads the court of Nendu Chelian, and she comes to know that without any scrutiny, the king has directly killed his husband. He has beheaded his husband. She immediately took out the second pair of the anklet and said, this is not the queen's anklet, this is my anklet. And I curse the entire kingdom will fall down into ashes. And historians, or particularly mythological scriptures, do believe that the kingdom of the ruler actually turned down into the ashes. And this beautiful epic was written by a Chola prince whose name was Ilango Adigal. It's not Vadigal, it is Ilango Adigal. Another important Sangam epic, it's Manimekalai. Manimekalai can be said as a sequel or a part 2 of Silappadikaram, the first one. Now, what is Manimekalai all about? Let's understand. We had seen 3 important characters in the part 1, that is Silappadikaram, Kovlan, Kannaki and Madhvi. After this incident, it is believed that Kannaki Amman or Kannaki Devi is worshipped in different parts of southern India. She is also worshipped in the name of Patini cult in certain parts of Sri Lanka. Now, let's speak about Manimekalai. Who was Manimekalai? Manimekalai was a daughter of Kovlan and Madhvi, not Kannaki. And she was very beautiful. Right from the start itself, she had the intention to become a Buddhist nun. And she had found a guru in the form of Aravan Adikal. She learned the philosophies of Hinduism from Aravan Adikal. She learned the Buddhist philosophies from Aravan Adikal. And now she started comparing the Hindu philosophy with the Buddhist philosophy. As per mythological scriptures, it is believed that Manimekalai had a bowl. And when she used to see her shadow into the bowl, she can ask for any wish from the bowl. Now, there was one Chola prince whose name was Uday Kumar. He was a besotted lover. And he had fallen deeply for the beauty of Manimekalai. And now, at any cost, Uday Kumar wanted to marry Manimekalai. As we have discussed about Manimekalai, right from the birth itself, she had the intention to become a Buddhist nun. And she was not at all interested in the Chola prince, Uday Kumar. What happened further? It's believed now this person became a besotted lover. Now, at this time, Manimekalai got disturbed by this person, Uday Kumar. And now she wished that she could move on to a secluded island. Now she moved to a secluded island. And also there itself, Uday Kumar came here. Finally, Uday Kumar got killed in an accident. And the entire blame comes on Manimekalai. Manimekalai was being imprisoned by the Chola ruler. And finally, it is believed that after some time she was being released and she became a Buddhist nun whose name was Manimekalai. Another important epic written by poet Satanar of Madurai. Another beautiful epic of the Sangam age was Kundalakeshi. And this beautiful epic of Kundalakeshi was written by Nath Kuthanar. I repeat, Nath Kuthanar. Now, what is Kundalakeshi all about? It rotates around 2 important characters. One is Bhadra and the other is Kalan. Bhadra, she is a beautiful girl of the age 15 to 16. Once upon a time, she was standing in the balcony of her castle. And she saw that a thief was being beaten up and paraded on the streets of Puhar. Now she developed a sort of sympathy for that thief. After some time, her father came in and she said that, I want to marry this thief and I request you to go to the king's court and get release this person Kalan. Her father was quite astonished. He said, you want to marry a ruler? I'll marry you to him. If you want to marry a prince, I'll do the same. But you want to marry a thief? But she was hell-bent, Bhadra, that she'll marry Kalan. Finally, her father, he goes to the king. And when the father goes to the king, it's believed that king said that I'll only release Kalan under 2 conditions. First condition, I want 81 elephants in return for the release of Kalan. And second, I want the gold, that is the worth of the weight of Kalan. Since he was a very wealthy merchant, he agreed to both the conditions. And finally, Bhadra and Kalan both were married. For a few years, they were living a very beautiful and a blissful life. One fine day, Bhadra chokingly said that you are a thief. Kalan got so infuriated, he got so angry that he now had an aspiration to kill Bhadra. Now, Bhadra is trying to convince Kalan that it was just a part of a joke. I did not had any intention to hurt you. But now he was completely hell-bent that he's going to kill Bhadra. He took her to the hilltop and said that, now I'm going to push you from the cliff. She requested him a lot, but finally he said, no, I'm going to kill you. But now, Bhadra said, now before you kill me, I want to circumambulate you. And she started the circumambulation. And now, finally, Bhadra throws Kalan off the cliff. Finally, she repents this act, and it is believed that Bhadra, now she becomes a Buddhist nun in the name Kundalakeshi. Third important Sangam epic written by Nath Kutha Nar. Okay, so these are the important Sangam epics of that time. So wasn't this a beautiful story? I'll repeat the authors of these epics. The first one, Silappadikaram or the Jeweled Anklet, written by Chola Prince Ilango Adigal. Second one, Manimekalai, written by poet Satanar of Madurai. And third one, Kundalakeshi, written by Nath Kuthanar. Now let's talk about three important Sangam dynasties: Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. All these three dynasties combinedly are also referred as Movendar. If you remember, guys, we have spoken about the Mauryan Empire. And if you remember, we have spoken about one of the most important ruler of the Mauryan Empire at that time, Bindusar, one of the most important one, correct? Bindusar, his original name was Simhasen, and we have seen the entire story related to the birth of Bindusar. Now, Bindusar, he wanted to establish a nominal control over southern part of India during the Mauryan Empire, okay? And now, in the southern part of India, the triumvirate of Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas were referred as Movendar. In the scriptures, you will find Movendars basically means Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas. Correct? What questions or what is the probability of the questions that can crop up in the examination? Where is the location of the Cheras? What is the capital of the Cheras? What is the particular, apart from that, who are the important rulers or significant rulers of the Cheras? And what is the symbol of the Cheras? Same thing about all the other dynasties like Cholas and Pandyas. So let's begin with the Cheras. Hope so things are clear till here. Any query, any doubt? Let's speak about the Cheras. Cheras majorly covered the region of Kerala. And their symbol was bow and arrow. The capital was Vanji or Kaur. Now, one of the most important rulers of Cheras was Nendunjaral Adan. And he assumed the title Imaya Varambham. I repeat, he assumed the title Imaya Varambham, which basically means one who has his boundary till the Himalayas. Although the title might be exaggerated one, but still he assumed the title Imaya Varambham, which basically means one thing, one who has Himalayas as his boundary. Okay? Another important ruler was Sengutuvan. Sengutuvan is referred as Red Chera or Good Chera from southern part of India. It's not only about the Cheras. From the southern part of India, for the first time, an embassy was sent to China. And it was during the reign of the Red Chera or the Good Chera, whose name was Sengutuvan. Correct? It is also believed that Sengutuvan, he crossed the river Ganges, that is Ganga. After crossing the river Ganges, he moved to the part of Himalayas. From the region of Himalayas, he got a stone. And with the help of that stone, he laid down the foundation of a temple. And that temple is dedicated to Kannaki Amman or Kannaki Devi. Right now, we have discussed about her in Silappadikaram. So that was a work majorly done by Sengutuvan. rather it be Cholas, rather it be Cheras, or rather it be Pandyas. All three of them are the coastal regions. And all of them are known for trade or trading contacts with the other countries. Correct? Like I'll give you a small example. In the many regions of Pandyas, you'll find the coins wherein Roman King Augustus is depicted, which simply signify one thing, that these people might have trading contact with the Greek world. True? So here they had important ports in the form of Thondi and Musiri, also referred as Muzaris. So Thondi and Musiri were the important ports of the Chera kingdom. Okay? Now I'll repeat the points about the Chera. First point, Cheras cover majorly the part of Kerala. Vanji or Kor was their capital. Bow and arrow was their symbol. One of the most important rulers was Nendunjaral Adan, who assumed the title Imaya Varambam. Just remember the title Imaya Varambam, which means one who has Himalayas as his boundary. Second important ruler was Sengutuvan, who is also referred as Good Chera or Red Chera. And the most important thing that we need to remember about Sengutuvan was that he constructed a temple dedicated to Kannaki Amman or Kannaki Devi. Let's come to Pandyas. As discussed earlier, correct? There were three Sangams, and all the three Sangams were patronized by Pandyan dynasty rulers. Pandyas majorly covered the southern and southeastern part of Tamil Nadu. Initially, Pandyas had their capital at Kapadapuram, where second Sangam was held. But due to deluge in Kapadapuram, or due to the situation of flood in the region of Kapadapuram, the capital was transferred from Kapadapuram to the region of Madurai. Correct? And the Madurai is located on the banks of river Vaigai. Many historians do believe that, or many historical texts do believe that Vaigai or river Vaigai was the lifeline of the Pandyan kingdom. Their symbol was fish. And Pandyas also find mention in Kautilya's Arthashastra and Megasthenes Indica. We have seen previously about Megasthenes Indica in quite depth and detail in the channel. Okay. Apart from this, who was Megasthenes, guys? Megasthenes was an ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Isn't that so? We have seen in quite depth and detail. Original copy of Megasthenes Indica have been lost. So how do we come to know that Megasthenes has mentioned about India, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas in such a manner? We come to know through the writings of other Greek historians like Arrian, Diodorus, Pliny, and so on. Correct? So the kingdom of Pandyas finds mention in Kautilya's Arthashastra and Megasthenes Indica. Okay? Now, Nendu Chelian and Nendu Chezian were the important rulers of the Pandyan dynasty. For a certain period of time, it is believed that the Pandyas started declining. But there was another ruler who is being credited with the rise of Pandyas again, and his name was Dundungan. Finally, Pandyas ruled till the 13th and the 14th century. And during the medieval period, it's believed that Muhammad bin Tughlaq, one of the rulers of Tughlaq dynasty, also referred as Juna Khan, sent one of his viceroys whose name was Usuf Khan, and he defeated the last Pandyan dynasty ruler Parakram Dev around 13th and 14th century. Correct? Pandyas were also known particularly for their seaports, and one of the prime seaports of that time was Korkai. Not Koravai, it's Korkai. Okay? They might have trading contact with the Greek world or the Roman world. As we have discussed, the Roman king Augustus has been depicted on the coins. True, it's the Roman world. They might have trading contacts with the Roman world. Please remember this one. Cholas majorly ruled the region of northern part of Tamil Nadu and certain parts of Andhra. Their capital was Uraiyur and the second capital was Kaveri Patnam, which was also referred as Puhar. If you remember the story Kundalakeshi that we have discussed a while back, correct? The story Kundalakeshi, Bhadra and the Kalan, it's a story of Puhar. So Uraiyur was their first capital and Kaveri Patnam was the second capital. Okay, their symbol was tiger. The kingdom of Chola is referred as Chonadu, Neeranadu or Kaveri Nadu, which simply exemplifies one thing, the water source prevalent in this region. And the river Kaveri is considered as a lifeline of the Chola's kingdom. Please answer this in the comment box, guys. Which river is referred as Dakshin Ganga and which river is referred as Ganga of South? Please answer this in the comment box. Okay. So, it is located on the banks of river Kaveri. And at that point, Uraiyur was particularly known for trade in cotton. Okay. As we have discussed previously about one of the rulers, I had given you one of the examples of Karikal. Karikal means one with charred leg. Karikal was ruler particularly who constructed a dam across river Kaveri. And the dam was referred as Kalanai. He constructed a dam across river Kaveri, Kalanai Dam. And the purpose was basically irrigation facilities for the peasants. There's a Chola king whose name was Illara, important one. He ruled over certain parts of Sinhala, Sri Lanka for approximately around 50 years. Okay, and Chola kings assumed the titles like Sanni, Killi and Vallavan. So these are the three important dynasties. Particularly, we are speaking in terms of ancient Cholas, Pandyas and Cheras. Imperial Cholas we'll discuss in the medieval India. One more important thing. Cholas are very important from the perspective of prelims examination because administration, particularly the village administration of Cholas, was exemplary. And different kinds of question can crop up here. Like what is Variyam? What is Erivariyam? What is Panvariyam? So please comment these answers in the comment section. Okay. Now let's speak about the Cholas. Bit of administration about the Cholas, or let's understand about the society of the Cholas within next 5 minutes. From the economic perspective, the kingdom of the Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas, it was very successful. They had a very vibrant trade. Particularly Cheras, they had trade in the spices, black pepper, Pandyas in pearls and Cholas in cotton textile. These were the major items of export. And what did they majorly import? They majorly imported horses, sweet wine and gold. Cholas, as we have discussed previously, Uraiyur, the capital of Cholas, was known for beautiful cotton textiles at that time. Few historians believe that cotton was so soft that it looks like a slough of a snake. Correct? So, they had a very vibrant economy. They had a very vibrant trade. Agriculture was the chief income for the people and rice was the most important staple crop of the people. Okay? Cholas had a very wonderful navy. As we have discussed that all the three kingdoms, since they have affinity or closeness towards the sea, towards the coast, they had good trading contacts with the other countries. Correct? Like we have the ports like Thondi and Musiri in the Chera's kingdom. We have a port like Korakai in Pandya's kingdom. Kaveri Patnam or Puhar and Uraiyur in the Chola's kingdom. So they had a good economy and a vibrant trade. As discussed, they majorly dealt in spices, cotton fabric, ivory and the pearls. And they imported gold, horses and sweet wine. Correct? Apart from this, there was a proper taxation system and the taxes during the Sangam age were referred as Terave. Apart from this, there were certain markets in the towns and these markets are referred as Angadi. So please remember these terminology. Terave are the taxes during the Sangam age. Angadis are the markets during the Sangam age. Okay? If we speak about the polity or the structure, king was at the apex of the administration and he was being assisted by different sections like minister referred as Amyachar, priest referred as Antnar, The ambassadors were referred as Tuthar. The spies were referred as Orar. And spies are eyes and ears of the king. As we have seen in the Mauryan period, like there were two kinds of spies, Sansthan and Sanchari. Similarly, Orar, here are the spies. Terminologies are important, guys. I can understand to an extent, a bit difficult to memorize them. But if you go through multiple revisions, I'm pretty sure about this, that you will memorize them. Correct? So I'll repeat. Minister is Amyachar, priest is Antnar, the ambassadors or the envoys are Tuthar, the spies are Orar, and the military commanders are the Senapati. Correct? Now, the classes at that time particularly, the Brahmins, it is Antnar. The priest or the Brahmins are Antnar, not Arasar. I repeat, Antnar. They played a significant role in the polity. Now comes Arasar. Arasar means the ruling class, the Kshatriya. Vanigars, who were involved basically in the religious, they were basically involved in the trading activities. And Vellalas are the agriculturists. At that time, many historians or many books believe that Vellalas were the successful agriculturists or the landlords of that time. And some believe that it is also associated with one of the Varna ladder. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So please remember, Antnar are the priest, Arasar is the ruling class, Vanigars are the trading class, and Vellalas are the agriculturist. Got it? We have like position of the women. Love marriage was a very common practice. Women were allowed to choose their life partners. Okay. Apart from this, there were court dancers which were being patronized by the rulers, and the court dancers were referred as Panar. There was also musicians who were being patronized by the rulers, and the musicians were referred as Vadaliyars. Please note down this terminology. Sorry. It's Vadaliyar. Got it? So, court dancers, Panar, and musicians, Vadaliyar. Hope so the points are clear. Apart from this, guys, we have also discussed about the various themes, and we have discussed about the important religious practices. Like the most important deity was Lord Murugan, also referred as Lord Kartikeya in the northern part of India, also referred as Lord of Six Abodes. True? Apart from this, we have also discussed about Mayon. Mayon means either Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Another important deity was Indra. Indra basically means Lord of God of war, God of strength, rain god. Then comes Varun. Varun means water god. So these are the important deities that were being worshipped during the Sangam age. Hope so. The session was not that lengthy. Apart from that, in the initial part of the session, we have discussed beautiful stories in the form of different Sangam epics. Isn't that so? So this was a small session on the Sangam literature. In the coming session, we are going to discuss about the Guptas. Also, we are going to discuss about the Gupta literature. Apart from that, we are going to discuss about the temple architecture. And then we'll begin with certain part of modern India. As in the start of the session itself, I've said you, many students have the query where to download the PDF from. You can download the PDF from the channel history_Alok Ojha. It's my Telegram channel, history_Alok Ojha. Okay. Soon I'll be conducting a small test. Okay. And so please be a participant in that test wherein we can gauge our preparation. Another important aspect. UPSC IS English Prelims to Interview P2I program. And the last date is 14th of Feb. Please grab this opportunity as soon as possible and use the code KUMB for the lowest prices. So prices might increase. Batch has just been started. Okay. Prices might increase. I cannot say that, we cannot say that the 14th Feb is the last date, but still after 14th of Feb, there is a probability of increase in the prices. So grab this opportunity by using the code KUMB. Okay. Now, since the name Kumbh has come here, like from the perspective of art and culture, like many students have a question And they have a question in what format? Like, sir, how to correlate history with current affairs? And what kind of questions can come up in current affairs? True? Like from the exam perspective, I'll give you a small example. This year's Republic Day parade showcased the tableaus of different states. Correct? So like Mahakumbh was showcased in the tableau of Uttar Pradesh. Question can arrive from there. Karnataka's tableau, it showcased Lakundi group of temples. Questions can come from there. The tableau of Punjab described about the Sufism at that time and particularly spoke about the Sufi saint Baba Farid, also referred as Baba Fariduddin Ganje Shakar. So in this manner, question can be correlated from the current affairs in the section of history. So please do also have a look at the tableaus of the Republic Day 2025. Okay. So from the word Kumbh, I recollected the name Mahakumbh in UP that is going on. So please grab this opportunity, okay, and use the code Kumbh to avail the benefits of the lowest prices. Probably from tomorrow onwards, there might be increase in the prices. So grab this opportunity. Hope so you enjoyed the session of Sangam Age. I'll stop my words. Thank you and have a wonderful day.